Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa. I'm the Administrative and Visitor Engagement Coordinator here at the Seward House Museum. This month, in honor of Earth Day, we're going to be doing a new series each week where different staff members will come on and highlight collections, objects, and also tell different stories relating to the Sewards and their love of the environment. Well, this week, I'm going to be telling you guys about my personal favorite Seward pet story. But before we get into that, there's just a little bit of background information I have to go into first. So I'm currently standing in our dining room because there are a couple of important pieces in here that will tie into our story a little bit later. So our story today takes place right before one of Mr. Seward's famous dinner parties while he was governor of New York State. Now, a lot went into Seward's dinner parties. If you were going to be invited to one of his dinner parties, you would have been seated at this table, in this case in Albany, for around 4 to 5 hours, sitting through 10 to 12 courses of food. While Mr. Seward attempted to conduct his political business called dining room diplomacy. Now, this particular evening, Mrs. Seward was helping him host one of his dinner parties. Now, this wasn't something Frances enjoyed doing. She did have her own political agenda here in Auburn, and she also didn't enjoy being in the spotlight as much as Mr. Seward did. But she did help him out with the planning and the executing of these dinner parties, which was quite a lot. And this night in particular, the Sewards had a pet deer. This deer's name was Jenny. Jenny was a circus deer that had been left behind by a circus that came through Albany, and naturally being too tame to be let out on her own, and the Sewards being huge lovers of animals, they took her in. Now Jenny was wandering around outside of Cain's Walk, and we have a portrait of Cain's Walk just back there. And she was smelling whatever they were having for dinner, and she decided that she wanted some. So what did Jenny do? Jenny jumped in through the open window and landed on the table. Ruining the night, Mrs. Seward was embarrassed. She had to send everyone home. And after that, she told her husband 2 things. 1, I'm never hosting another dinner party for you. And 2, the deer is not coming back with us to Auburn. Well, the official Seward story is that Jenny went to live out the rest of her long and happy deer life on a farm in Albany. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That is our story of Jenny the deer. Follow this page for next week's video on our series of Seward and the environment.